Hey guys, how y'all doing? The Weirdable here, playing me some Horizon Zero Dawn. It's finally here, and I'm pretty stoked to play it. It's a hella beautiful game. Straight off the bat, you can see it's pretty goddamn beautiful. This isn't really like a review video. This is just a sort of first look. This is literally like my first gameplay that I've been playing of it. I've been playing a couple of hours of it now, and I must say it's very interesting actually, which I'll get into now. It's an interesting game to play because, first of all, when you start off, you start off as a child, as Aloy. Her name is Aloy, is this character you're playing, and you start off as a child, and you kind of progress through. And for me, at least, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this when they've played it. I kind of felt it's a very slow starting game to get going. Like it was quite, they sort of drew it out quite a lot. This whole story, and they're trying to, but you can kind of see, because it kind of does start to sort of fit together. Like where I am at the point at which I'm at now, it's kind of all coming together slowly, and it's kind of starting to produce this kind of good story, which I was really worried for a moment when I played the first couple of hours of it. I was thinking there isn't much story going on here. It's a bit, well, there was story, but it wasn't really sinking its teeth into me. It wasn't pulling me in to think, oh god, I can't wait to get back from work and play this game again. It wasn't giving me that sense of, it wasn't giving me that feeling. However, now it's really getting going. It's having this snowball effect, and it's really starting to sort of prove itself as a story-driven game, and it's great, to be honest, because everything else is fantastic. Like the combat, as you can see here, this is a very cool sort of scene that I thought you guys would like enjoy watching, because it's pretty mental, really, when I think about it. But when you're playing, you don't really notice. It's nice to actually look back, because you don't notice when you're playing how much is going on around you. But there's loads of stuff. But no, the combat is great. It's actually quite challenging. You think at first, like, maybe, oh, it's not too hard, but then some things hit you. So I'll probably explain a little bit. So up on the left, you see this sort of red bar and this green bar. The red bar represents your health, and then the green bar below that is sort of like, you can collect these. I was going to say vegetables. It's not vegetables. They're kind of like plants that you create into herbal remedies or something like that. I don't know. And basically, you can use that to heal yourself. But so the more plants you collect, the higher that green bar goes. But then once you use that those plants, that goes down, but then your health goes up. So it's kind of like a little balancing effect going on there. But yeah, so that's a cool thing. But actually, one thing you'll notice about the HUD in general is it's quite a limited HUD, which is really nice. It's a very stylish game. I mean, Guerrilla Games is one of my favourite developers. I mean, if anyone's played Killzone, you'll know it's for them. It's mainly about cinematic experience and gameplay, keeping things to a minimum. And they've done that here. They've tried to create this kind of RPG type game, and but with minimal effect on the player viewing experience. Like you can look at this and think, wow, this is beautiful. And actually in the settings, there's a whole lot of things you can turn on and off and decide how you want it to look. But going back to what I said a moment ago, where just because it does look simple, your brain, it kind of tricks you into thinking, oh, this is kind of a simple game. But then when you get into fights like this, as you'll actually see in this fight, my health goes down pretty fast. Like it's a tough game, and this guy is a pretty tough machine. I haven't fought this machine before. This is kind of like a mini boss encounter, I guess you could say. And I'm so excited to see what other encounters you get in this game. As you can see here, I'm just searching through one of the. So when you kill a machine, you can basically search it and have loads of good things in there. But what's amazing is the fact that even though there is this sort of searching mechanic going on, it's so easy to just do. It's very quick. You hold triangle, it goes into the thing. You can press X X X. Like basically, you can't. As far as I'm aware of, from what I've seen so far, there isn't like a carry weight, so you can't over carry things. It will just basically say you can't carry this, or it just won't pick it up for you. So that's great, because if anyone's played like The Witcher or Fallout or any kind of game like that where there's a weight limit in what you can carry, it slows down the gameplay experience. Whereas in this, you have to be very fast. You have to be able to go and search things. You want to pick it up. You want to use it straight away. As you can see, you can actually create like new bows for your arrow. I said that completely the wrong way. You can make arrows for your bow. There you go. Like on the fly, really quickly. Because when you're fighting things like this, you run out of ammo quite quickly. This goes back to the whole thing of it actually being quite a brutal and hard game. And this is on normal level. I was tempted to put it on hard, but I thought maybe we'll just leave it on normal, because I'm never sure with games whether you want to kind of go up a difficulty level, because I quite like to play them the way they were intended to play them. This is interesting, this scene, because it's coming into, again, this game just keeps getting better and better the more I play it. As I said when I first started, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, comment down below if you have, but I found it very slow going. I found it very kind of a bit tedious and very childlike, and I think there's a reason for that. I think there's a reason the developers and the story writers did that, because obviously when you're starting out, Aloy, I think it's Aloy, she's obviously a young girl, and she's growing into this kind of warrior, if you like. She's had a tough life. She hasn't got a mum, she hasn't really got a dad. She's growing up, and as you'll see, there's some things that happen. I won't ruin it for anyone who hasn't played it, but there's things that happen, and it's kind of very childish. Even the dialogue is quite childish, but then suddenly there's this twist, and it kind of turns into this more adult kind of game, which I'm very thankful for, because I can only take so much cheesy kind of one-liners and cheesy kind of childish dialogue. Anyway, that's enough about the story. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it yet. As you can see, I'm just looking at the menu, and this is all my weapons and things like that. It's very simple kind of menu. You can see your stats there. You can see on the right there's little spaces for modifications. You pick those up whilst you're hunting and farming for things, and it's things like increase handling or increase damage, things like that. So it's a really nice kind of way they've gone about this. And again, I just can't get over how simple, and everything is so quick. I don't know if anyone again has played The Witcher, but on the menus and stuff, sometimes they'd be a bit slow to kind of go backwards and forwards. On this, it's instant. Everything is instant. You'll see in a minute, actually, I'll go and save the game, and you'll see, it's not quite as instant as I'm used to on some games, but it's quick enough. Like you'll see here, there's basically a bonfire. Everywhere where you see these little bonfires, you can just go up to them and press triangle for a quick save, and like this, so that's it, that's saved. That's, for the world that it is and everything that's going on, that's pretty impressive, if you ask me. But yeah, no, going back to the difficulty settings for a second, it's so nice that with a game like this, so, how it is, because it is so simple, it's so nice that they have difficulty levels that you can set, kind of like Uncharted, where because it's such a beautiful game, you don't want to exclude certain people from playing it, because I know there's a lot of people, I know personally some people who would want to play this, but they're not hardcore gamers. They just want to play it because it looks beautiful, the story's great, and they want to feel like a hero for a day. When they play on these games, they want to feel like they can destroy things, and they can jump around, and they can do all the stuff that they can't do in real life for many reasons. But it's nice that they can have this experience, as well as someone like myself or yourself, whoever's watching this, because you might consider yourself to be a bit more of a hardcore gamer, and you can play these games on harder difficulties. Going back to the video, what you see here is, this is the first time I can kind of like control these the robots or the machines, and I tell you what, for me it's just added this extra aspect, which is just fantastic. Like I love that you can get on this machine, and it's kind of like your trusty steed that you can ride about. It really is turning more into kind of like futuristic Witcher type thing, and it's just great, really. But no, I'm so glad I gave this game kind of like another chance to kind of prove itself to me that it wasn't just this easy childish game, and it's really becoming something different. And to be honest with you, if you haven't gone out and bought it, all I can say is I highly recommend you go out and buy it right now, because it is fantastic. But yeah, this has just been a quick little video, just some of my initial thoughts. I really want to do a full kind of review. I know I say that a lot, but I kind of want to try to with this game. I want to try and finish it and see what else it offers, because at the moment I am really enjoying it. But yeah, anyway guys, if you like the video, please give it a like. If you didn't like the video, please give it a dislike. It's up to you. If you want to see more content from me, subscribe, click that little button, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.